Just think about it for a second. How much of your day runs on Wi-Fi? Your work, your entertainment, your home. It's literally the invisible foundation of our modern lives. But that foundation? It's starting to crack under the pressure. The good news is a massive upgrade is here, and it's about to change, well, everything.
Oh, we've all been there, right? The video call that freezes at the worst possible moment. The upload that fails in a crowded stadium. That dreaded spinning wheel of death when you need a connection now. And here's the thing, that universal frustration, it's not your fault. It's a sign that our wireless world has basically hit a wall. The reality is, our appetite for data is just insatiable. It's created this super chaotic, congested digital world where we're all basically fighting for the same limited airwaves. But hey, this isn't a story about Wi-Fi being broken. No, it's about where we go next, to a smarter, more direct, and incredibly powerful new standard. All right, so let's dig into our Wi-Fi woes. And the very first thing you gotta understand is this. When that connection drops, it's so easy to blame your phone or your laptop. But guess what? The problem usually isn't your device, it's the network itself.
And that brings us to the solution, the Wi-Fi 7 revolution. Now, I want to be super clear here. This is way more than just a speed bump. We're talking about a fundamental redesign of how wireless works, promising not just more speed, but a whole new level of intelligence and, honestly, reliability.
Okay, let's break this down. This table really tells the story perfectly. So you had Wi-Fi 6, right? That was all about efficiency. It used cool tech like OFDMA to handle a bunch of devices at once without getting bogged down. Then came Wi-Fi 6E, which was awesome, because it gave us a brand new, totally exclusive superhighway, the 6 GHz band. No more interference from old devices. And now, we have Wi-Fi 7. And it takes the best of both worlds and adds two, honestly, game-changing features, multi-link operation, and it doubles the channel width. So, what exactly is this multi-link operation or MLO thing? Well, the analogy is perfect. Imagine your car could suddenly drive in 2 lanes on the highway at the exact same time. So yeah, that doubles your potential speed, obviously. But here's the really clever part. If one lane suddenly hits a traffic jam, your car just instantly shifts all its power over to the clear lane, and you don't feel a thing. It is a massive, massive leap forward for both speed and reliability. Okay, and the second piece of this puzzle? These new ultra-wide 320 MHz channels. So if MLO is like using multiple highway lanes, this is like making each of those lanes twice as wide. And the so what here is huge. This is the key that unlocks true multi-gigabit speeds over the air. We're talking about the kind of speed that lets you download a full 4K movie in like a few seconds. It's wild. But look, this whole revolution, it's not just about raw speed, it's about intelligence. So, welcome to what we call the self-driving network. Yeah, you heard that right. A network that isn't just faster, but way, way smarter. It can actually manage and even heal itself.
Now, this is where things get really cool. Let's look behind the curtain for a second. Every single modern access point, every switch, every device connected to your network is basically a little data source. They're constantly sending back this stream of data, we call it telemetry, back to a central brain. It's creating a live, real-time health report of the entire network.
And the sheer amount of data it's pulling in, it's staggering. It's looking at traffic metrics, how your devices are behaving, it's sniffing out potential security threats, and it's even pulling in data from IoT sensors. Basically, it's building this incredibly detailed, moment-by-moment digital picture of the whole environment.
And this is the payoff. This is what you do with all that data. The AI takes it all and turns it directly into action. It's constantly monitoring for anything weird. It's optimizing performance on the fly, maybe rerouting traffic. It's spotting and stopping security threats before they can do any damage. And maybe best of all, it makes troubleshooting so much easier by just telling you, hey, here's the exact root cause of the problem. Think about all the hours of guesswork that saves. Okay, get ready because this is where things get really, really fascinating. When you combine all this new hardware with that powerful AI data analysis, something incredible happens. Our wireless networks have developed a surprising new capability. You could almost call it a sixth sense. And it goes way beyond just giving you an internet connection.
What am I talking about? Location. Location accuracy. You see, in the past, trying to figure out where a device was indoors was this super clunky manual process, and you'd be lucky to get it right within about 2 meters. But now, the new access points have GPS receivers and even barometric sensors for altitude built right in. They know exactly where they are, all on their own. And the result of that is a dramatic jump in precision.
And this is it. This is the number that matters. Sub 1 meter accuracy. Seriously, just let that sink in for a second. That is an absolute game changer. We've literally gone from knowing a device is, somewhere in the room to knowing it's on that specific desk, right there. This level of precision was pure science fiction just a few years ago.
So what does that actually unlock? What can you do with that? Well, all of a sudden, you can create automatic, perfectly accurate floor plan maps. No more manual surveys. You can track small but critical assets. Think about finding a specific piece of medical equipment in a huge hospital in real time. You can have true indoor wayfinding, like a real-life GPS that works inside a massive airport or a sprawling university campus. The possibilities are just huge.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But let's talk about the real world. Let's talk about putting this technology to the test in some of the most demanding environments on the entire planet.
Let's start with the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team. I mean, talk about high stakes. In a sport that's literally decided by milliseconds, every single piece of data coming off that car is absolutely mission critical. A dropped connection isn't just an annoyance for them. It could be the difference between winning and losing the entire race. They need flawless, crazy fast data transfer from the car to the garage and all the way back to headquarters.
And so, what do they rely on? This exact technology. Think about a racetrack. It has to be one of the most wirelessly hostile environments you can imagine. It's packed with competing signals, heavy machinery, you name it. And right in the middle of all that chaos, Wi-Fi 7 provides that rock-solid, high-speed connection they need to compete at the absolute highest level.
All right, now let's pivot to a completely different kind of challenge, a sold-out sports arena. Here, the problem isn't about top speed for one car. It's about providing a great experience for tens of thousands of people, all at the same time. And like the Golden State Warriors president says, having world-class connectivity isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It's a core part of the modern fan experience.
So at the Chase Center, home of the Warriors, they've deployed hundreds of these advanced access points just to handle this incredible density of people and devices. And that smart AI layer we talked about, it's constantly managing the load, making sure all 18,000 plus fans can stream video, post to social media, and just engage with the game without a single hitch. It creates that kind of immersive experience that makes people want to come back.
So let's recap. We've gone from a simple connection to the internet to a network that's faster, way more reliable, and can even manage itself. And on top of all that, it now has this new sense of spatial awareness. It's not just a utility anymore, like electricity or water. It's an intelligent platform. And that leads us to the final, really fascinating question to think about. Now that our networks aren't just connected, but are actually aware, what comes next?